And Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelenskyy says negotiations are making progress after 2 days of peace talks in Berlin. Zelenskyy addressed the parliament in the Netherlands this morning, saying, quote, "We are now in the midst of the most intense and focused negotiations for peace since the beginning of the war." The U.S. and Europe are reportedly agreeing to security guarantees for Kyiv, but Zelenskyy says they haven't reached a consensus on key territories occupied by Russia. Now, Zelenskyy says a deal can only work if Russia's truly held accountable. ABC News chief foreign correspondent Ian Pannell in Moscow with the latest. Hi, Ian.
Yeah, Diane, I think there's cautious optimism from President Trump that a deal to end Russia's war in Ukraine could actually be closer. We've had Steve Witkoff, special envoy, President's son-in-law Jared Kushner, meeting in Berlin with President Zelenskyy and European leaders. U.S. officials speaking anonymously, telling ABC News they're offered Ukraine potential NATO Article 5 type security guarantees, as well as measures to deter and punish any further Russian incursions. U.S. boots on the ground have been ruled out, and any guarantees like this, of course, are going to have to go to Congress, to the Senate to sign off on. They also say Russia is open to Ukraine joining the European Union and that 90% of issues have been resolved. Zelenskyy calling these negotiations the most intense, focused since the start of the war. But he's warning that there's still no agreement on the critical issue of territory occupied by Russia. More talks are taking place today. And then, of course, the ball comes here to Moscow's court. Today, the Kremlin not appearing to want to compromise, only saying its position is consistent and clear, and appearing to rule out an idea floated in Berlin of a truce in time for Christmas. Diane?
Chief foreign correspondent Ian Pannell, thank you.